watching Treasures Made from Yarn. And in this video, it is my weekly work in progress video and my finished object video. So if you're new here, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back and spending your time to watch this video. Thank you. I would always appreciate that. I didn't get much done this week. I made a donut. Actually, I made 2 donuts. What prompted me to make these donuts is that one of my most popular patterns right now, which took me by surprise, is a Mobius Fidget toy, which is doing pretty well. So I'm thinking maybe that I would like to make maybe more fidget type toys. So this is a little donut. All I do, it's only stuffed. I stuff it with some scrap yarn. But this particular donut has a marble in it, so you can push it around. Kind of like as a kind of a fidgety. Just push the marble around. So I don't know. I like also the squishy donut. So I plan on making a video tutorial on this donut relatively soon. But right now I am in the process of making the sock tutorial. I do have one sock finished. So I got most of my filming on how to make this done. I just have to put it all together and edit it. But pretty soon you should see a video tutorial on this sock. But I already had a written tutorial on this. I think I wrote it back, well, maybe 2000. I don't know exactly what year I did it, but I did it many, many years ago. Here are my original socks that I used to make the pattern. I'm contemplating using these socks as part of my intro for this video, because I'm still working on the other sock yet, the second sock yet. So that was the episode. So pretty much now we're into our works in progress. So I have the second sock is what I'm working on. Okay, I didn't progress anything on my hanging sloth. I have to finish up the head and attach it to the basket and make the little claws or paws. Finish this hanging basket. I guess once I decide to actually finish it, I should have this finished. So I think I mentioned in past videos that I am making this for a church friend. So now she had come back and said that she wants one, because I think I was making this for her to give to somebody else, but now she wants one. So I'll be making. I have plenty of supplies. I could easily make another one of these. So it looks like I'll be making a second one. Or actually, in this case, it'll be a third sloth, because the first one I made, I'm keeping. I'm just going to make one more sloth at some point. So I really should get around to finishing that. I did a little bit of waiting, just a little bit more progress on the waiting, like waiting projects. So I had some fellowship time in church today, and not today, on this past Sunday during fellowship. I had like a few minutes to spare, so I worked on this during that time. So yeah, about a couple, and in about, let's see, I'm recording this in about 15 days-ish. My husband will have his first knee surgery. So when that happens, a lot of this will get done. I haven't progressed much on the basket, which I am making out of grocery bags. I'm at a point where I need to cut more strips. It's not that hard to do. This is making a lot of noise. I apologize, but I generally just fold it up I'm cutting off the ends. A little bit. Oh, too fancy. Cutting them into. Probably at this point, I had initially made a big ball connecting all these strips together. But now I'm at a point where my ball is empty. So now I'm at a point where I'll have to connect them as I go. Let's cut that one in half. So pretty much I'll just have to take a couple. Just connect them as I go. Maybe I'll make a video tutorial on how to do this, but it's not that hard. Let's see if you can see this. No. I'll just join them together. So I'll pretty much at this point have to connect them as I go. Though I could make another big ball and incorporate the new ball, but all right, enough babbling. Not much, like I said, not much progress on the basket. My last two projects are my year-long temperature projects. This is the crochet one. Like I said, this one is up to date. I might have done a little more trying to sew in the ends, but I still got a lot of ends to do yet. But this is up to date. Yeah, we're starting to see less of our blue color. Now we're starting to get into that. We've had really nice weather. We had 70s for like 3 days in a row, and now today it got warm. It got into the 80s. So I got to use the 80s color today, though I did use it back in January because I was on a cruise. But anyway, like I said, the scarf is easy to keep up to date. All it is, to remind you, is the linen stitch. I mean, that's all it is. It's like 38, there's 38 stitches across. That includes the chain ones and the single crochets. There's 38 across, so pretty easy. This one's easy to keep up to date. The knitted one is another story, but not too bad. I guess I'm not that far behind. I'm recording this on the 11th. I'm on April 7th. And to remind you, if you're new and you've not seen what my doing for my year-long knitted temperature blanket, I'm using this calendar, the 365 knitting stitches a year calendar. So, and then I'm making the blanket by the month. So this is then this is April's. And here is the progress on April's. I don't know if you can get it all in. This is April's blanket, and I think I'm 1 row into the pattern for the 7th. I guess what I've decided to do, because it's the one before was a little complicated, and I didn't want, I don't want to call it lazy, but I did the pattern for only a small section of the row of the blanket, and then I just filled the rest in with just the garter stitch. And then I'm going to start cables in a minute. Cables are like, for me, it's not the easiest, but I'm only going to do cables for this small section right here. And then for the next day, I might do only another section. I think this is going to help me out because this is really time consuming. And I'm thinking if I only do the pattern in maybe a section of the blanket, it might go a little bit faster. Because it's a little faster for me to do if I'm doing mostly garter stitch and if I'm maybe only concentrating on the pattern only on a small section. So that is my plan of attack for that. I know, like I said, this my temperature blanket is kind of gonna be. I'm expecting the knitted one to be either a beautiful or hot mess. And so far, I am kind of liking what it's going, but it is like I think I mentioned last week. It is really I'm finding this time consuming to do this because, as you can see, I haven't got much of the sloth wasn't much done, and I'm not got much done on the basket, and I really need to focus on getting the socks done to get that video out, and that takes some time. But then again, like I said, I go back to these pair for my intro. But nevertheless, I digress, and that is all my projects. So coming up soon, I did mail out my box for Mystery Yarn Challenges 423. That is hosted by Armchair Chef. If you want to participate in that, make sure you check her out. So what it is that if you want to participate, she'll take all the people that want to participate and pair them up. And then I sent out a box to the person that she paired me up with, and then I will get a box in return. And then we gotta make something out of the yarn that I get from my mystery person. I don't have to use up all of the yarn. I just have to somehow use all of it in some form. Anyway, I don't want to get into it. You go check out her channel for full details if you want to participate in this challenge. Probably says probably too late now for April, but if you want to participate for May, go check it out. So anyway, when I get that box in, there should be a video upcoming of me revealing what I got in my box. So that is all I have. If you did like this video, please give it a like. If you want to see more content like this, please subscribe to my channel. And I want to thank you, as always, for watching. And I will see you in my next video. Bye now.